Well, hello, guys and ghouls. Haha. God, I'm an idiot. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea, and today I have my finale for Nightmare on Painting Street and my intro for Nightmare on Painting Street. This is a project that was created by Ceylan and Valerie for the Fantastic Ladies. It's all about horror movies. Despite the fact that I don't think I've updated this since April, this is one of my favorite projects because I love horror movies. Forgive everything. My life is chaos right now, so I'm like, if I wait to clean before I film, I will never film. So you just get my messy background and a very long update because I don't even know. I was working on a lot of products and then I just stopped updating. I didn't roll new stuff in. It is what it is. I'm just gonna update you on everything I had in this project, and we're just gonna start fresh with round 3. So this, I didn't say it, but this starts on Halloween and ends on Halloween, and I'm so excited that they decided to do a round 3 because it was kind of touch and go whether they would for a minute there, and then they finally did, and there's some new prompts, and it's just a fun time. So these are the items that I was working on for round 2. And I actually, shockingly, hit my goal on most of them because I have been working on them for a long time. And there are some that I did not hit my goal on, and that's kind of sad and pathetic. But it is what it is. So first, A Nightmare on Elm Street, something you have to cut into to finish or use. I brought in the Ceylan seed to skin scrub, and normally I wouldn't cut stuff open, but one, this packaging sucks, and like when it was empty there was still so much left, and two, this is kind of an expensive brand and I wasn't gonna waste, I think this was like $30 something. I'm like, I'm not wasting that. So I finished this up. Oh my gosh. As always, I have no place to put my stuff. Then for American Psycho, a skincare product, I had this Pacifica Kale Detox Deep Cleaning Face Wash. It's empty. Now, one of the ones I did not finish for Amityville Horror, A Purchase That Haunts You. I've rolled this in January for 13 uses, or hit pan, and I've used it 3 times in 10 months. That's pitiful. This is my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Telepathy. These haunt me because they are such a pain in the butt. They dry out so quick. This one is still nice. And it's like a really pretty greeny gold. The lighting is a little weird in here because, it's getting dark. It's getting dark earlier and I have my lamp on, so things might be looking a little weird, but it's a beautiful color. I just don't reach for stuff like that, which is why it haunts me, because I have a lot of those. Then for Bride of Chucky, a makeup product you could use or have used for bridal makeup. My Urban Decay All Nighter. This is my favorite setting spray. This is empty. Child's Play, something that has childlike packaging or theme. These little Beauty Bakery Cake Pop mini lippies, whatever they're called. These are super cute. This is in the shade Apple Acai. I only had a 13 use goal. My goal was not to finish it. It's not what the heck? Oh, that's just ink. It's not finished, but I mean, I've got like a couple more uses on it before it's finished, but I did use it the 13 times, so it's rolling out. I'm just going to keep it in like my little lippy area over here and reach for it a few more times and finish it, because that would be nice to finish a lipstick, even if it is a teeny weeny one. For Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, a duo or double-ended product, I have this Ulta Beauty lip liner. It's obviously a duo. My goal was to finish it. I did not manage to finish it, but I did use it 67 times. And it's getting there. I can still sharpen it. I'm like, once the caps meet, probably not going to really be able to sharpen it anymore after that. I'll call it done when that happens. So I'm almost there. Not quite done. I need to set this aside so I can put it back in my like little makeup, my daily makeup case. Then for Dracula, a product that sucks the life out of you, I have this Nourish Ratrani Moroccan Lava Clay Cleanser. Because it is clay, clay dries your skin out. So my goal was to finish this. I did. For Event Horizon, a product that is magnetic or has magnetic packaging. I don't think... Oh, you know what? I did this one. Ceylan and Valerie did come up with most of these prompts, but they did ask for suggestions. So I wanted to just make sure I mentioned, so the Broad of Chucky prompt was suggested by Jen from Project Beauty. And then the Event Horizon prompt was suggested by me. So a product that is magnetic or has magnetic packaging. This is a Julep Hydrating Lip Sheer, and it's magnetic. This is in the shade Plumeria. I had a 13-use goal, and I did use it 13 times. Actually, I didn't swatch the Apple Acai shade, but that's what I'm wearing right now, and then I'll swatch. I mean, this is just a very sheer balm. And I've used it way more than 13 times because it's been living in my purse, but for purposes of this project, I was just using it 13 times. Another one that I did not meet my goal on is for Frankenstein, a Franken product. This is my, what I call my Franken shadow. It's like 4 different Love Luxe Beauty shadows pressed into one because the palette arrived super duper broken when I bought it. And it just ends up being like this. It's a nice pink shade. I just don't reach for it. So I used that a total of 6 times out of 13. Next, for I Know What You Did Last Summer, something purchased in a past summer, I have this ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in Oh Hi There. I cannot, whenever I think of this, I can't stop thinking about the movie The Room. Oh, hi! I'm an idiot, I know. I'm a dork. Shush. Anyway, this is what the color looks like. It is really beautiful, right up my alley, and for some reason I just like literally never wore this until this project. So that was a 13-use goal, and I hit my goal on that. Then for It, something that reminds you of a clown. Well, I have this Sephora Clean Velvet Cream Blush Quad. It's got something on it from my like little Project Empties bin, so it's a little sticky, but I mean, this blush is pretty bright. That kind of reminds me of a clown. Those are the 4 shades, and I wanted to use them each twice, which I did. And they're very pretty. My swatches are not, but the blushes are. So that was another goal that I hit. Like literally. Okay. Then for Misery, a product you're a big fan of. This is credit to Melissa M. I pulled my Glaminatrix Cosmetics Nocturnal palette. I am a huge fan of Glaminatrix in general, and I had not used this palette, maybe once or twice when I brought it in. So I brought it in for No Pan Left Behind, and I did that. And like every other Glaminatrix eyeshadow I own, an eyeshadow palette, it's, as Kat from Kitsch Snitch would say, it's gorgeous. So that is going somewhere over here. Then for Paranormal Activity, an item that never seems to disappear, it's this blush in general. Whoops. These blush sticks. This is from ColourPop. This is in the shade Mini Me. That is it right here. I had a 13-use goal on it, and I met that goal. So that is also going back in my collection. Then for Signs, an item with circular packaging or pan. This is also credit to Jen from Project Beauty. I have my Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. Here it is. I wanted to use it 13 times, and I did. I'll just use it swirled because that is, or I'll swatch it swirled because that's how I use it, is swirled. There you go. Probably a better winter bronzer for me than a summer one, but I can make it work. Then for the Blob, a putty or cream product. This is credit to Mitch Goodday. I have my e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, and my goal was to use it 13 times. I don't know how well you can really tell, but I mean, I've used it before the 13 uses, and it's definitely not like smooth. You can kind of see it's a little lumpy, so I've definitely got use on it. I don't mind the original putty primer. This one, something I've noticed, unfortunately, with e.l.f. and their like luminous primers, the luminosity is very yellow. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, I mean, it's a primer. You don't really see it, once you've got stuff over it, but why is it yellow? I don't get it. Then for the Changeling, something that bounces from project to project, I have my Oma Beauty Double Take Sculpt and Strobe stick in Fair Lady. I had the bronzer in for 13 uses. I used it for 13 times, and actually, I'm calling this whole product is done because I've used the highlighter up. I've used more than half of the this is more than half gone. There is a ton of product in here, and I would have kept using it, but it smells so bad. I don't want to put this on my face. So I took a poll of my friends, and they all said it should count as an empty because I used the majority of it, and I'm not getting rid of it because I don't want to finish it. I'm getting rid of it because it's bad and icky, and I'm not putting it on my face anymore. So, yay, empty. Then for the Evil Dead, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to do this. The Changeling, that was credit to Donna DePattis. Then the Evil Dead, a tree forest themed item. That was another one of my suggestions. I have the ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie At Forest Sight palette. So I had like 2 goals. I had no pan left behind, and then I wanted to hit pan on the shade Amanita because I had worked on it in Pan Those I forgot the name of that project. And Pan Those Eyeshadows like 2 years ago. So no pan left behind. Done. And I did hit pan. That shadow, I think that took me like a total like 80 uses to hit pan on this matte purple, and like as a tiny pan. This palette will be around forever. Oh my god, 13 minutes and I'm not even done with my finale. For the mist, a spray. This is credit to Melissa M. I have this Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. That is done. I don't know what Nathaniel is doing, but he's super happy, so ignorance is bliss. Then for the Omen 666, use 6 pans in a palette 6 times. I have this Colored Rain Botanical palette. It has 6 pans. I did not hit my 6 use goal on any of them. Let's see. I used Primavera 4 times, Iberis 3 times, Hydrangea twice, Leonidas 4 times, Rose Gold 3 times, and Cream Gerbera 5 times. It's a very pretty palette, and it performs nice. It is a little one note. I mean, there's not too many looks you can get out of it, but it's also, I like mixed and matched with other palettes pretty much every single time I use this, I think. So I did not hit my goal on that one, sadly, but I did get some use out of it. And before this project, I had never touched it, so I can't complain. Next, for Triangle, a never-ending product. This is credit to Leah Embo. I have this Rare Beauty highlighter in Mesmerize. This is her, like, the new powder one. I had a 13-use goal, and I did that. Oh my god, I love this. This is, like, the smoothest highlighter powder I think I've ever felt. It is phenomenal. And then, look at that. And obviously, it's not, when you buff it out, it's not quite so intense, but it is just, I'm trying to get the light to hit it. Like, just, it is gorgeous. I love this highlighter so much. I'm so happy that I bought it. And then, this is a carryover from round 1 that I was still working on, but I wanted to see it through. I don't know where the little container that I decanted this into is, but I had this Maybelline Better Skin Transforming Foundation in, and I've had this forever, and I've wanted to finish it. So I did. I finally finished it, and along with that, I actually had, I don't know where the other one is, I had mixed 2 liquid highlighters in with that. This Revolution one, which I attempted to take the label off, and that didn't go so well. This is Liquid Starlight, and then I had a Pacifica one, I think it was called Pink Opal, that I had mixed into the remnants of this foundation. So I used up a foundation and 2 liquid highlighters for that. So I am going to pause, wash all these swatches off, and get all this crap off my desk, bring my new items up, and then show you what I'm bringing in for round 3. Okay, now we're ready to get into the intro for round 3. So I decided to pick 13 prompts, but with like maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. I've picked some pretty easy goals because 13 uses on things is I found out that's way too much for me. So we're gonna back it down to 6 for the most part, with, you know, a few exceptions. But so I'm not gonna have like super high goals because hopefully I'll have more turnover that way. So anyway, one of the exceptions is the very first prompt. I got 28 days later, use a product of your choice 28 times. Again, that's something that is a prompt I've suggested. I wouldn't have necessarily picked this, but I let Madeline pick a few of my products for me. And for this one, she wanted to pick a lip product. So she picked this Woma Beauty Boss Gloss Liquid Marble in the shade No Stoppin'. So I have to use this 28 times. I mean, it's a really nice fall, like winter shade, so it's, my lamp light is really yellow, so it's not showing it super accurately, but it's, you get the idea. So I have to use this 28 times. That's probably going to be in for almost the entire project because I just don't do lippies like that. Then for Amityville Horror, a purchase that haunts you. This haunts me because I've had it forever and I've never used it. I'm hoping it's still good because I pulled one of my other old foundations that I'd never used before, and that was not good anymore. This is my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the Dewy and Smooth. This is in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. Like, it smells okay, so I am going to I'm going to have to put this in an airless pump because I really hate the bottles that they don't have a pump. They don't have anything. It's just like open. Why? Why would you do that? Anyway. It's not going to be too bad of a match for me. So there it is right there. I just want to use it 6 times. Just want to get a couple of uses on her. See if she's still good. And if she is, then I really got to start getting going. Okay, this is another prompt that I let Madeline pick my item for me. For Annabelle, a pigmented or bold blush. This is credit to Jen at Project Beauty. She picked this blush. This is from Juvia's Place. It is in the shade Afrique. Not that you can see that. That's pretty bold. So, yeah. We're going to use that 6 times. Then we've got Christine, an item you made a special trip to the store to purchase. Where did this go? Oh. I didn't necessarily make a special trip to the store. I didn't make a trip to the store especially for this, but it was a special trip to the store because it was when we were all in Vegas and we went to Ulta and I bought one of these Bare Minerals bronzers, and I had wanted these for a long time, so I think it fits. This is in the shade Kiss of Copper. I think I've used it 1 time. So yeah, this lamplight is not doing these swatches any favors, but there's that. So I've got 6 uses on that. Then next for Halloween, a set of sheet masks or a full deluxe size mask. I have this Pacifica Kale Charcoal Ultimate Detox Mask. This was in my, or is in my Day of the Dead project pan, but only for 2 uses. So, and spoiler alert, I've used it twice. So I'm done with it in that project. So I'm going to bring it into this project to finish. This will take a while. I don't mask very often. And this is a charcoal mask, so I would not use this probably more than once a week anyway. So that's going to be in for a while. Then for Leprechaun, a green item or an item that brings you luck. This is credit to CJ. Again, this is something that Madeline picked, and it's not totally green, but there's definitely green on it. This is my Alamar Disney Encanto palette. You can see there's green on the packaging, and there's green eyeshadows. So I'm going to bring this in for No Pan Left Behind. This is a very beautiful palette. You know what's funny? Because you know I like my color. And yet, this shade is, for some reason, what if I turn this off? Is there enough light? Yeah, I guess. These, goldy yellow shades, I don't know. They're just calling to me. That's called Rise and Shine. And this neutrally shade is called Casita. Neutrally kind of bronzy. I don't know. This palette is it's beautiful. And I'm going to use it No Pan Left Behind style. Oh my God. Then for Scream, an item that makes you scream with delight, I decided to go with one of my single shadows because I do not get nearly enough use on them. And I decided to, again, with kind of the neutrally toppery shades. I don't know who I am either, okay? It's a thing that's happening. I'm just going with it. This is Divina Sour Sparks. I don't believe I may have swatched this before, but I don't believe I've ever used it on my eyes. So shiny and just I cannot do this. My camera can't even focus on it. But anyway, I'm going to use that 6 times. Got a little fallout from that. Then for the Grudge, an item that you wish you hadn't purchased. Again, I said it in the last round about the Luminous Putty Primer. With the yellow, this is the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer in Radiant Glow. I thought it was supposed to be kind of like a dupe for the Becca... Which one is this? I can never remember. For the Becca Backlight, this one? No. It is very, very different formula-wise. And where that one has more of a neutral, kind of champagne-leaning glow, this one is straight up yellow gold. I hate it. But I'm going to finish it because I don't think I have that much left. I have my handy dandy little poker. And from what I can tell, can you see? I'm above where the e.l.f. lettering is if I trust this. So there's not that much left in here. I just want to get it out of my collection and have it go away. Next for the Hills Have Eyes, something for the eyes. Again, this is credited to CJ. I have this AOA Studios eyeliner in brown. I love a good dark brown eyeliner. I've used one of these in green, I think. And it was nice. So I have this one in brown. The brown liquid liner I have right now, I've had it for a long time. Even though I'm still getting product out of it, it's ready to go. So I'm bringing this in, but I'm only gonna do 6 uses for this project. I don't want to keep this in all year long and try to finish it. It's gonna be in my rotation anyway. I'm just gonna use it 6 times for purposes of this project. Then for the Mist, a spray. This is credit to Melissa M. I'm gonna bring in this Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater. I think Jen? I think she sent me this. This is just a little mini. It's 1 ounce. I don't know. They smell like there was a time. Oh my. I can't smell it. Whatever. There was a time. I loved these facial sprays. And now I'm just like, I'm over it. But I have that one. I'm going to use it. And I'm going to finish it. Might not be a month. It might take me 2, but it won't take me that long. Then for the Nun, a product with black and white packaging, I decided to bring in another palette. This is the ABH Norvina Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1. I've never used it. And I would like to bring it in for No Pan Left Behind. Oh, look at that. Whoops. No, that was a little anticlimactic. There we go. Like, let's see. Oh, this feels kind of dry and dusty. But maybe it'll perform differently on the eyes. We'll see. I'm actually just kind of more interested in some of these mattes. There's only 2 shimmer shades in one. They both look very standard, like the kind of pinky orange shifty one and like a kind of gold translucent toppery shade. Like, we've seen those 5 million times, so I'm not too... Ooh. Well, I mean, these are pigments too, so I would hope they show up. Like, okay, those mattes don't look too bad. So maybe there's hope for this. I'll do the... Oh, wow, that's really soft. Okay, the metallic-y shades feel much softer. But, like I said, they are very standard sort of shades. There's nothing special about those. But I'll use them. I'll use that palette, No Pan Left Behind, and then see what I think. Okay, 2 more. The Stranger's, an item that's a stranger to you or you've never used. So I went through my collection. I picked out a handful of things, and then I had Madeline pick which one I was going to use, and she picked this eyeshadow. This is a Sydney Grace liquid eyeshadow in the shade Sunset Glow. I've never used it. Again, just 6 times. Okay. Here it is right here before I like blend it out a little bit. I mean, it's really pretty. It's, I don't want to say similar to the ABH one in that they're like dupes or anything, but I feel like the colors are different, but they're that same idea. This one just is more orange to like kind of magenta leaning, and this is more of a peachy orangey with gold, and then it's got like a little pink in it depending on the angle. But I mean, it's very beautiful. I love Sydney Grace shadows. So we've got that. And then this one. This last one is it's gonna take me a minute. Triangle, a never-ending product. This is credit to Leah Embo. If you may remember, I had this Tatcha the Silk powder in my Paranormal Pantivity project to finish. And I used it every day for almost an entire year. And I did not finish it. We're going to see how long it takes me to finish it. I am down here. I do not use this under my eyes because it sucks as an under eye setting powder, at least for me. Maybe you have a different experience. I don't know. So I use this to set my eye primer. So I don't use a lot of this every day. This is going to take a long time. I would not be surprised if this takes me the entire project to finish up. But that's what we're going to do. I'm going to finish this. So that's it. That is my finale for round 2, my intro for round 3. Hopefully I will be more consistent with this project in the coming year because I really love it. And I feel bad that I haven't like technically abandoned it because I've still been working on the things like, kind of behind the scenes, but like in general I've abandoned my YouTube channel all summer long. And I feel bad because, you know, the projects, they take a lot of time to come up with prompts and ideas and all this kind of stuff, and I want to acknowledge that by participating. I just haven't. So I'm going to try to be better. Again, who knows if that'll happen, but I'm going to try. That is it for me today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Have a safe and fun Halloween, especially if you've got little kiddos. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.